Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a Gucci 3000M watch. This is probably circa 1980s era watch. I don't know the exact year of this watch. And I'll show a couple of other fashion brand watches. I mean, today we talk about companies such as Movement, Daniel Wellington, Vincero, another Italian brand. But Gucci is probably the granddaddy of them all. Right now, the company is 99 years old, about to turn 100. It was founded in 1921. And really, it is synonymous with fashion, design, etc. And anything Gucci usually has a Gucci price to it, which is not inexpensive. And so, while it does not have a huge history of being a well-respected watchmaker in terms of horology, the company itself actually is very well respected in the world of fashion, of course. And the Gucci 3000M really is actually a very beautiful watch, and actually I'll compare it to a 2000M that I have as well. And really, it's such an interesting watch to show the progression of from back in the 1970s and 80s, what's considered fashion, and today, what is considered fashion. So, we will go ahead and take a look at these watches and compare.
Looking at the 3000M, it does have the typical Gucci green and red color with the Gucci and the symbol in the dial as well as in the bezel itself. The strap itself is an alligator strap. It is a authentic Gucci strap, although I do not think it's the original. The actual back here shows the crest of Gucci with the 3000M etched in it, and the serial number is kind of faded away there on the bottom, kind of hard to pick out, but it is there. The watch is very thin. It's only about 5 millimeters, and the crystal itself is flat. And again, you can see the Gucci strap itself. The watch is very typical size of the 1980s. So while this is a fashion watch, and it does have a quartz movement, as you can see right there, it says quartz. There is no second hand, just the hour and minute hand. This watch itself actually is very finely crafted. And although some of the more modern fashion watches doesn't seem to be worth the amount of money you pay, this watch in itself actually is really truly a very beautiful work of art. It does represent a minimalistic design, and as you can see, the hour markers actually are on the bezel around the watch itself, and it has absolutely nothing in the dial itself other than the Gucci name and the Gucci symbol. And unlike some of the modern fashion watches, there was really attention to detail and fine craftsmanship into this watch. If you really look at it, it's really almost like a work of art. It's not gaudy, it's not overstated, it's extremely tasteful in its design. On the back here, there's a very beautiful etching of the Gucci crest, the 3000M, and again, the serial number on this specific case back unfortunately has faded away over the years, but as you can expect, it has been from 1980s until now. And here again, looking at the dial and the front of this absolutely gorgeous design, and here is actually a comparison. The 2000M, which I'm wearing on my left wrist, very minimalistic. Again, Gucci, just this one has no markings whatsoever. This is an aftermarket strap, and also the buckle itself, I'm not quite sure what I did with the original. I actually do have it, and it's kind of got a very interesting way of securing the strap to the watch itself. In comparison of the two watches, as you can see, they're both about the same size, with the 3000M just slightly larger, and quite frankly, both watches very minimalistic and really the original fashion watch. And for comparison's sake, on my right wrist is a Skagen watch. This actually is a relatively late model. However, the company itself was founded in 1989, and this represented an evolution of the fashion watch industry taking off. Skagen itself actually was very successful, and featuring quartz movement, a stainless steel case back, as you can see here, Skagen etched in the back. And actually, the quality of the material of this is really not that bad, and it feels very comfortable to wear. And the watch itself, the leather is very soft, and really the materials are pretty good. And here, wearing the 3000M for comparison's sake, it's a much smaller watch, very lightweight. You hardly know that you're even wearing it, to be quite frank, and very minimalistic again, compared to sort of the Skagen, which actually was a little bit more busier on the dial. Well, I hope you enjoyed this retro review of a Gucci 3000M quartz watch. This is a fashion watch, but this fashion watch, I hope you've seen, is much different than the modern fashion watch. It is minimalistic, it is smaller, of course. It is made, however, of much finer material, in my opinion, and also not only that, but much more attention to detail in the craftsmanship and the design, and really trying to make this watch a work of art rather than just a quartz movement on a minimalistic dial and design.